You develop basic models in the previous chapters by extruding or circling the designs. So all of the models were made on a single sketch plane, which was either the XY, YZ, or the XZ plane. Most mechanical designs, on the other hand, are made up of combination sketch features, reference geometries, stove features. To make a model, all these features are combined. The majority of these characteristics are distributed across the multiple planes. When you try to launch a sketch plane in a new Autodesk Inventor part file, you are requested to choose the plane on which you make the sketch. You can choose any plane to generate the base feature based on the design requirements. To add more drone elements, use an existing plane or planar surfaces or start from the scratch. Now, while you're open now your Autodesk Inventor, professional. Okay, we have here 2020. Now, click your project name. So we are in the project name A. Okay, so that our files will be included on the project name A. So that will be on one file folder. Now I'll be checking my units here to ensure that I am in millimeters. So it's okay. I'm gonna cancel this one. And going back to the basics, so we have here your part, no? So double click on that one. So our model space are open now. So we'll be starting here to discuss your XYZ plane and how we be able to add another plane. So I will going to highlight these three planes. So make the control, then click. So in order to highlight these three YZ, XZ, and XY plane. Now I will make the visibility here. So in order that we can see it every time we adjust on our screen. So initially we have these planes that we can sketch. So if our drawing become more complicated, or especially on mechanical, so there are complicated sketch features, or let's say complicated 3D models. So defining the sketch on one plane only will not be enough. So that's why we'll be introducing the different types of plane that will be used. So we have here, we have the plane, so that is simpler, this is a plane. Then we have the offset plane, so we'll be discussing this and just only to show you what are the different types of plane that will be used. So parallel to plane through point, mid plane, two planes. We have also the mid plane of torus, angle to plane around edge. Then we have 3 points. So you will notice here we have 3 points here to define the plane, and you have two planar edges. And we have also the tangent to surface through edge, tangent to surface through point, and tangent to surface and parallel to plane. We have also the normal to axis through point, normal to curve at point. Now, let's try to use this plane so that we can create a simple, complicated let's say part features of a mechanical. I'll be starting my sketch. So again, starting again from the scratch. So we have your X, Y, same plane. So I will be trying to draw here. So I will be clicking my rectangle here. So initially we are on the center point, so we'll be creating again a rectangle here. Then I will be giving the distance here. So for example, this is, let's say this is 258, so I will be 200. Then the length of around 600 for this one. So noting that one, we are in a fully constrained, the sketch is constrained, so that's okay. So we're gonna finish the sketch. Then going in my extrude or creating part features, we are extrude this sketch. We need to extrude that one. So it's adjusting. Okay, let's add here, zoom in. Okay. So I'm giving this one as a thickness of 30 mm. Okay, initially, and I'm gonna click OK. Now, if we will try to draw on this surface, we have two options. So it's either we use the start to sketch, then click this one. So I will try to demo that one. So clicking the 2D sketch, you can directly create a sketch on that surface. So that is one option that we can do. So I'm gonna finish the sketch to show you another method. So I'm gonna delete this one, deleting this sketch. So this is already deleted. So right click on that one. Then we are introducing the plane. So we have here initially that will be we have a symbol here to represent that one. So that will be your keyboard shortcut. Now clicking the plane. So you will notice there as I hover on the call this on the part view choose. So there is a plane that is already being shown that if you're going to click that one, it will be produced that triangle plane. So trying to create on this face, so I will click that one, and you will be defining what will be the reference of that one. So I will try to reference this edge. So okay, so there will be call this a symbol or indicating what angle. So the computer is requiring us what angle you want to be included: 90 degrees, 45 degrees, 0 degrees. So it depends on you the type of what you want to do. Now for me, so since I was trying to simulate the drawing on making a sketch or making a part future on this surface, so I will be entering here as 0 degrees. So it means that it's already on this surface that my plane, my new created plane, is lying here in the surface space. So from there, I can create a 2D sketch. So picking that plane, then I can draw the type of any features that I want from starting from the sketch. So that is the good thing about using this for plane. Then I will then let's try to finish the sketch this one, and let's try to do another sketch, another plane, which is so okay. We have here delete features. So dependent sketches and features. So okay, dependent. I will be deleting that one. Then let's try to do another plane. So again, on this surface, I will try to make a plane. Now this time, I will reference. Okay, this time we'll be giving an angle, no, referencing at this edge. So I'm giving an angle. So what angle? So let's say I'm giving a 45 degrees. Okay. So where did it go? So if I will try to rotate on this one, you will notice my reference plane is already, which is now on this side. Okay. So it is now on this side. So it means that my plane starting from this surface, top surface, when I enter an angle of 45 degrees, so it went at that side with an angle of 45 degrees. The beauty of this one, you can draw a sketch on this plane. So let's try to do that. Let's try to demo that one. So clicking on this one, so I have now, which is my plane is parallel to my screen. So it's like a drawing paper that which is parallel in front of you. Then I can draw my sketch here. So that's the beauty of it. Then I'm giving the dimension, okay, sample, no? And I'm gonna finish my sketch. Then I can extrude this one. So by highlighting my surface or my sketch, then I can extrude this one whenever I want. So I can extrude in whenever the direction I want. Then you can also extend on this one. As you can see, I can extend that one. So depending on the type of your model that you're trying to do, or it depends, no? So trying to do that one. So let's try to do that one. So let's try to click OK. Now you will notice that I have now a complicated surfaces or complicated part file that have been created by using the angle surfaces. So that is the beauty of using this plane. So that is the one of the advantages comparing to AutoCAD, no? So it had also a reference planes, but the complexity and also the effectiveness. So I prefer using the Autodesk Inventor comparing to that one. Okay, so let's make this file a more detailed one. So I will be trying to, let's say, I was trying to delete the futures or the extruded file here. Okay, I will be deleting this one. So right click on my extrusion. then I will delete that one. So if we consume the sketching features, okay, I want to remove my sketches that were okay, that is already now deleted. Now let's make it more detailed. So I will be drawing the sketch on this surface. Okay, so in order for us to have a constraint, which is all we want that our example, we want this for example, we want this part features that being created, the new extruded one will not overlap on my okay, the base plane, no, base geometry, so it will not overlap. And also to make it constrained that it is purely dependent on these surfaces or on this part feature. So what I'm going to do is make a geometry projection. So you will see I can project those lines on this surface or in this plane. Okay. So you will see that you will observe that as I hover or rotate my part file or rotate my drawing or my 3D model, so those lines were already projecting in my work plane or on my new work plane that I've been defining. So you will notice that this line, and these lines are already reflected on this work plane. Then I can continue my sketch on this one. So okay, making it parallel. Now let's try to draw let's say a rectangle here. Sorry, not a rectangle but a line. So let's try to draw a line. So it's like this one. Okay, like to draw that one. So there is no line here. I will be drawing the line here also. Okay, then you will notice here we have 3 dimensions that require to constrain. So I'm giving the dimension for this one. Okay, 60. So make it let's remove the decimal places and put it at 60 mm. And this one, okay, what happened here? So, let's try to do this one. Making a dimension for this one. So that is 97. We'll make it 100. And let's define this one dimension for this one. So this is 254. Make it 250. And for this one, so it's already checking the other side. So it's projecting. So let's try to adjust this one. And let's see. So this is already projecting the lines. So I will want to delete this line. So I'm not needing this one. Oh, so wrong keyboard entry. So I will be deleting that one. I don't need that one. So I will be giving the dimension for this one. So this is 246. So I'm gonna give it 250 to make it call this I'll make it a whole number. So I have created now this type of sketch. I can adjust this one to make it parallel on this one, so making this one a parallel. Okay. So we have probably adding this constraint with over constraints. Try to remove that one. So because I give it a dimension it already. So let's try to move this one. So because I give it a dimension here, so that's why it's over constraint already. So let's try to delete the dimension and make it this line parallel. Okay, that's good. Now I still have 2 dimensions required to constrain. So I'm giving the dimension here because we don't have the distance for this one. So you will notice here we still got 1 dimensions left. And giving here the dimensions. So I'm giving here like around 53 to make it a full number. Now we have the sketch that is now fully constrained. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to finish my sketch, then try to rotate my part file, then I will try to extrude this surface, extruding this surface now. Okay, so that is extruding on that direction. So I want to extrude it on this surface until true. Okay, so we can do that one on the opposite direction. Okay, or we can still extrude this one through the plane. or we can extrude, as I say, so we can extrude it to the next surface. So selecting my part file here, so selecting my profile, okay, try to do that one. I have here my part file or the new sketch that is being sketched. So I will be trying to extrude this one to the next object. So icons we have here, okay, so distance, I'm not giving a distance. I want that surface to be extruded towards this surface, so I will be selecting this one to the next. So that means that it's extruded to the next object. So I'm gonna click OK. Okay, now our part file is being created already. So you will see the complexity of using this, the advantage and complexity of drawing this part file of using only this type of advantages of the plane. So let's try to remove so we can see remove the visibility of the plane, so we can clearly see what is the how our part file looks like. So from my environment view, so I'm gonna change my visual style to this one. Okay, so that is a basic plane. Now I'll be saving this file, so it will be included on our activity. So I'm gonna save this as we have here already completed A17, so I'm gonna make this one part 18. So don't forget to save this one.